has hired lawyers, to go and defend their win. So uko tu sawa. Personally, I don't think you are you are in the wrong. You are okay. I want to refer you to you can listen to Malala talking before the election yesterday. Alisema sasa hii imefika siku ya mwisho, tunaenda kuzika baba kutoka Kakamega. But si unakuta saa zingine you can have that, but reality inakuwa different. So it's okay to be sure. Both sides, all the sides are sure that they're gonna win. But now it depends with now the court. The matter is in the court. You can be so sure, which is okay. We are also very sure that those Venezuelans had a part to play. I mean, we are sure that the protocol as was given, there were people who were given the passwords who entered, who are not supposed to be entering there. I think it's going to work. So there are people who entered who are not supposed to have entered into that. That's why the Supreme Court has asked for the policy of the ICT policy, the password policy, so that who is supposed to be given the password. So if there was someone who was found to have been given, that affects credibility. It affects integrity of that particular thing. If you give me a policy and you say, according to the policy, Nathan is not supposed to be handling the passwords of this organization, and then Nathan is found with the passwords, that affects integrity. So whatever G is saying here, he is right, because wana UDA wanahitaji kitu ya kuwaweka to keep them going. They have also started sharing, I don't know what, propaganda, or sijui who met who. What they don't know is, the more you paint IEBC as divided, the more you share so many things, because that's even the intention of, Azimio, that a divided IEBC cannot deliver a credible election. So the more you are sharing, I don't know, you are passing around that this is what Azimio, sijui what, these commissioners, they met, sijui so, and so you are painting and giving the picture of a divided IEBC. Now, what the court wants to find is, even today, yesterday when the court was ruling about the lawyers for IEBC and the lawyers for divided IEBC, what the court said, they said, we don't want to get involved in your internals. It's up to IEBC. IEBC has been sued in its capacity, and IEBC has hired its lawyers. So as to which IEBC is where is not a matter before the court. So the court did not address itself to the divisions within IEBC, and it did that very carefully to make sure that it deals with IEBC, deals with Chebukati as a person, deals with all the other commissioners as people, as individuals. And that was because when you are coming in, you don't want to pull yourself into these issues of, what. So IEBC will be asked, give us the protocol. Who is supposed to be having the passwords? So IEBC comes with the policy and says, the only person who is supposed to be having passwords is Nathan. So how come 10 other people had the password? That's a question of integrity. That's a question of, there could be something sinister they were doing. It does not inspire confidence. So those are the questions that G is telling us here, that how will you know we had what was in the portal? You can be having what is in the portal, but if the password had 10 people have the password and it can be confirmed they actually entered in the portal and they did something there, that's a problem. So this year has given a reports. There are several people who have given reports. The commissioners have said that there was entrance into the portal by people who do not have the permission. Now G is running away from that, which is okay. He's just excited, UDA fella. But we good. we can listen to them. Listening is not bad, and also it's important they inspire their people. I can understand. the Kenya Kwanza people are seriously battered down right now. They have done what someone has said, that they stole the drum, but there's nowhere to play the drum because the owner of the drum is now coming for it. You stole the drum from the owner. You cannot beat it anywhere to dance. I don't know how it feels, you the people, that you are declared, you have the meat, you can't eat it. You can't eat it. Now, I want to appreciate all of us. I think guys have exhausted they have ventilated on the issues that were raised today, and as the proceedings in the Supreme Court starts later today in Kenya, I think today there's more content that will be coming out. There's more. You can remain, glue yourself. I think a lot of legal jargon will be flying off there, so you may want to have a lawyer friend to give you some snippets of what's going on, make it in simpler words for you, and find yourself back here to come in and make it a little bit more interesting when you go and you listen to the proceedings, or read and have content. Makes a little it makes it more richer to engage. It gets the engagement a little more rich. I think Makiadi has come aliposikia tunataka kufunga. Inafaa tufunge kwa mazuri hapa, inakaa leo sijui kuliendaje.
Mi sijui kama unanisikia.
Nakusikia mkubwa wangu.
Mimi nimesumbuliwa, nikasema wacha niende kwanza nipige kopo la maji ndio nirudi. Inaonekana wajamaa walianza kesi mapema kabla ya Supreme Court
Wameanza kesi kabla ya Supreme. John Dirangu bana, shida iko wapi bana?
Huyu jamaa anakuwa na shida gani huyu?
John Dirangu. Shida gani John Dirangu bana? Shida iko wapi? Yaani mbona mbona watu wanapenda sana kuingiwa tu na shida. Unaamka sijui kama umeamka ama ulilala, unaamka tu na kafujo tu, yani hata hujui mtu ametoka wapi, mtu ndio huyo na fujo tunataka kufunga show, lakini tunataka kufunga on a high note. We want to sijui Makiadi vipi, wacha tuambie watu wapige blue huko chini, manake Azimio inakaa, mimi unajua bado nasikia raha ya Kakamega, Chimeka na Mombasani.
Hiyo G ametoroka. Unajua G wameanza propaganda ingine ati kwa stronghold zenu tulipata sijui 45%. Hasa bana, kama umeshindwa we shindika bana. Ati sijui it was your stronghold, we managed to get sijui 90 sijui what thousand bana. Ukishindwa, hata kama ungeshindwa na 1500 umeshindwa, enda
uliza wako na wabunge wangapi Mombasa?
Sasa wanajaribu kutuchezea akili na logic ati wameshinda sijui na 44%. Ati kwa hivyo hiyo si strong. My friend, hata ukishindwa na moja we enda, ukiendaga.
Wewe enda, umeshindwa enda. Alafu pichi waambie Mombasani wako na MCA watano out of 30 za Azimio, wako na MP mmoja out of 6. Hiyo ni stronghold ya Azimio, stronghold ya ODM. Alafu walipeleka nani? Wakapeleka Rigathi, wakapeleka sijui Moses Kuria, wakapeleka Sonko. Ati Sonko sijui anaenda kuambia Mombasa anataka kuwaokoa. Sonko ameambiwa rudi Nairobi bana.
Unaulizwa hapa quick question for you. Can the password policy be changed by anyone to absolve themselves of makosa?
A policy is you can have if for example your password policy is that anyone can access it, definitely you know what that does to your case. If you come up with a policy that anyone can access the password, You remember the question that they are asking was a technology. Can it inspire? Let me that question. You know, the technology issue. They're asking a question that is very pregnant. There, it's saying. You remember Makiadi? They're saying. The technology deployed by IBC did it meet the standards of integrity, verifiability, transparency, and guarantee credibility of results. So if your password policy is that anyone can access it, of course it affects credibility, it affects verifiability. So your policy should be in such a way that it says that there are guards, there are safeguards. Maybe only one person can have it. Now, if one person can have it, and if the petitioners can prove that 10 people had that particular password, and maybe one person from one of the competitors had the password, then definitely it flew flat on the policy. So that definitely makes, you can't change it right now. Now, if you don't have a policy also, it affects the case. So without a policy, it means that anything goes. Anybody can have the password. So
Okay,
uh,
I also on top of what you've said here, I think there's one thing that people need to understand, that preliminary investigations by the Azimio side has shown that there are people who are unauthorized to access the servers of IEBC, and that is why these guys, the Venezuelan guys, come into question. So the IEBC has to answer what authority these guys had to such an extent that they were granted access to even understand the deployment system